So, in order to tap in, you must die and successfully be reborn into real understanding and uh, self and truth, of self and truth. So, these are some of the things that you're going to have to let go of. Preconceived ideas and teachings that don't work for you. We believe in a lot of stuff that doesn't work for us. We believe that because we were told by all these different chains of commands, we believe go get this job you don't really like and work there for 20 years so you can finally get retirement pay, and then all of a sudden you're going to be happy with the last 20 to 15 years of your life, or whatever, however old you are once you join that field. It's we're believing in all these different teachers, all these different people, all these different ideas, all the news, what's on our phones, what our teachers telling us, what our parents is telling us. We're believing in all this stuff instead of looking towards within, where God truly resides at. We're not looking within and sitting with ourselves in silence and listening to what God is trying to tell us, listening to what ourselves is trying to tell us. We're letting the whole outside world dictate our reality instead of letting the reality more control, which is inside of us, dictate our reality. They flipped it on us at a very young age, so we didn't have this knowledge. So another thing that we have to let go of is the fear frequency, the devil frequency. It doesn't exist. Well, it does if you want it to. That's the thing about life. It's whatever you want it to be. And in the most philosophical sense of that term, and in the most literal sense. Like, whatever you truly believe and know life to be is that what it will do. You can't say I believe that I can live 300 years and you're not really grasping what that means. You don't really feel that way. Like, you're just saying it just for the fuck of it, and you can't do that. So this is gonna be slightly controversial. I was born a Christian, grew up that way until I became thirsty for knowledge. And then God started showing me different signs of different things. We gotta stop looking at all these the biblical texts and just other religious texts as being so literal. It's more for you to take out of the book and generalize and look at the meaning of it, not the literalness of he went here, did this and this. No, look at it from a larger perspective, a more philosophical perspective, so you can truly grasp the meaning behind those texts, because the meaning behind those texts holds the real jewels. So the devil was put in there by the higher ups to scare us into submission. There's only a devil of fear if you believe in that. But the thing about energy is it's impersonal. So whatever energy that you have in you, you can turn that into your own power source. So once I realized this, I took fear, the literal energy and frequency of fear itself, and I realized that is my superpower. That is my main, because that source of energy is so strong. As soon as I feel fear, if I'm about to fight an opponent in boxing, if I'm about to go on this big business call, I immediately turn that fear frequency into power. That's my power. I claimed it and took it back. Instead of letting it control me, letting that outside influence control me and push me into submission, I make it submit to me. So there is no devil in my world. That doesn't exist. There's nothing that can scare me or make me feel like my God isn't forgiving enough that he wants to cast me somewhere for eternity. If you believe in God and in a loving and an understanding and a forgiving and an empathetic God, there's no God that will ever subject his children to something like that. It doesn't exist. Man creates that. I'll tell you what, man creates that. And he created that for the very reason that we can be scared as fuck walking around this planet and listening to anything that they want to put on us. Because if we don't, we could go to hell. If we don't, we could go to jail. If we don't, we could fail. If we don't, this and that, and it's just a trickle effect until you believe in everything but yourself. Another thing that you need to let go of is that goddamn ego, bro. That damn pride, that shit that everybody, no, I understand this, but I gotta do this because this is what I stand on. I understand that, but this is just the way I am. This is just how I was raised this way. So this is how I go about life. Man, no, you're not gonna get anywhere but all the bullshit that you're experiencing in your egotistical life. It's not until you realize that you're one with everything and that you're in heaven and that you let all that preconceived shit that we was taught when we was younger go, to where you could is when you could really live life instead of just being in life, being a subject of life. Don't be scared to show, voice, and exude your curiosity, your inner child, your inner quirkiness, your weirdness, your awkwardness, your corniness. That is all your inner child and your inner power. We get around these public settings, these groups, and we start to change and wear the mask that they want to put on us and to make them feel better, to rub their shoulders. No, if you truly believe, if you're a science nerd, and then when you go around a bunch of your hood nigga friends, you start acting like them, you've lost yourself. You're gone. You should be yourself wherever you go. Stop letting people put masks on you, and you put masks on the reality in front of you that you're projecting from your mental realm. Because there are levels of dimensions. We just on the third dimensional plane, but we're interdimensionally connected to every single other plane that there is, all the way up to God. That's why God is inside of you. You have everything you need right in here. Adam has everything, all the information of every single other thing that ever existed. A human has the same thing. All the atoms in us have all the information. Everything has the information of everything. So you can be and do whatever you want to do, but you have to know and believe it. You can't just say it and just be like, yeah, I get what you're saying, Bryce. I could do that. No, not I can or I might try. You have to know and believe and do. It's no black and white with this. Well, it is black and white with this. This is black and white. You either know or you don't. There's when you step into this realm, there's no wishy-washy, murky waters. No, you know and you believe the capability, the essence that God passed down onto us, or you don't. And then you believe in the world and in the fashion and the politics and all the other shit that the man passed down to us, or you gonna believe yourself, which is God.